What's up, you guys? Paige Hathaway here, and welcome back to my channel. A lot of people assume and they think that squats are the #1 thing that you need to do in order to build your booty, because it's always like squat butt and these like memes that talk about, you know, how to get a butt, and it's because the girls need to do their squats. But in reality, I have to be the bearer of bad news and tell you guys that squats don't target your booty. Squats actually target your legs more than they target your glutes. So if you're wanting to do something where you're building your glutes and not focusing on your legs, in this video, I give you tons of different exercises that you can do that do target the tush. I'm also going to show you guys a little behind the scenes of a photo shoot, because I was thinking, like, if we're doing stuff that target the tush, then a photo shoot is the perfect thing to also throw in this video. So first up is a little bit behind the scenes clip I shot with one of my favorite Canadian photographers who is in LA, and we just did a quick, you know, sunset photo shoot. All right, let's get this video started.
Hold on, let me get my notepad out and write this down. Go ahead, keep talking, Paige, keep talking. You wanna get your hair and makeup done too? Yeah?
Do it again.
Look up to the ceiling.
Why?
There's a lot of nose hair in there.
Ah!
How's it going, man? Come on in.
There's a party going on.
It's National Dog Day. You have to pet the dogs.
That was yesterday. Yes, I'm a diva. You put it like you just did, and then you wrap it like this, and then you pin it. Have you seen this before? What?
Explain to us again what it is.
Apparently, this is something that you put your hair up with.
You sure about that?
Okay, stylist today. She's gonna show us what we're shooting in. No pressure.
Okay, so I know you wanted to do it white. I seen one.
Yes,
It was
yes.
all white. So I figured like this.
Ooh, yes.
And then we
Looks like these belong to like a wrestler.
A wrestler?
Hulk Hogan's underwear.
What? Hulk Hogan? What?
Get out of here soon. Before she starts going nuts.
Who, me? Oh.
Feet of this. I've never even seen this before, but this. You know how you can get in like the cage and there's sharks? Well, apparently somewhere there's a place you can get in a cage and where there's crocodiles.
Oh.
What?
Ready?
Yes.
Alright.
Stop smiling.
Where are we? Where are we? What is this place?
In the back of the van.
Can you give me some poses?
a wrap. Yes, that is a wrap.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the behind the scenes. So now let's get into the squat alternatives. The first thing that we are doing in the video is a heavy kickback. Now the heavy kickback is one of my favorite glute building exercises. You can focus on each side of your glute at once. If you have one glute that is stronger than the other, that glute tends to overcompensate and it tends to push a little bit harder so that less strong glute doesn't have to work as much. So with doing a variation like this, like the kickback where you're working each side, that's really gonna help you with the imbalance of your glute strengths. All right, next up we have a Bulgarian split squat. Now this one I would recommend if you've never done it before to use no weight and then work your way up, because this one is very intense and there's different progressions and regressions with this, like using no weight. And if you really want to amp it up, obviously you would add some weight, but you can also add a little Bulgarian split squat hop in there. So the Bulgarian split squat is one of the best booty building exercises. Next up is the heavy hip thrust. This is by far, hands down, one of the best booty building exercises. And the reason behind this, why is this more effective than the squat, you may ask? So let me explain to you guys why the hip thrust is so much more beneficial than the squat. So when you are about to squat, you're standing straight in the air and then you're sitting back into your squat. This motion really works the legs more than the glutes. But when you're in a hip thrusting form, your movement, you're going from the ground up. Because you're going from the ground up, that is going to target those glutes and is really gonna build those glutes. Next up, we have the cable pull-throughs. Now this one, again, the hip hinge is coming with your chest parallel to the ground and then standing straight up. Now with this, you really want to focus on squeezing and tightening those glutes as you push through. That is really going to help activate those glutes. Again, with this motion, I would start with a little bit of weight and work your way up, because with the cables, remember, you're adding resistance back, so it's a little bit different of a motion with the force pulling you back. So really work your way into this one, start small and progress as you go. Now this exercise, it looks a little silly. I like to call these bench frogs. I'm not really sure. I learned this exercise when I used to compete about 6-7 years ago. Now this exercise is a crazy glute burnout, and it's also extremely beneficial for really building those glutes and those hamstrings. Now I did this one with no weight, but you can also add ankle weights to your ankles if you really just want to kick this one up a notch. And there's also different movements that you can do with this. I just did the regular frogs, but you can also pulse at the top and just kind of get creative with it. All right. Second to last thing is the standing good mornings. Now this is the same range of motion as the cable pull through, where your chest is going to be parallel to the ground and you're going to thrust those hips forward and really squeeze and tighten those glutes. Now remember, with this exercise, I'm not sure if you've done this one before, but you want to keep a slight bend in your knee. That's really going to help you keep good form and just really make sure you don't have any injuries through this exercise. Now with this, I used, I think, 10 pounds on the bar, but please just start with the bar, and if the 40 pounds is too heavy for you, grab a barbell, like a 20 pounder, 25, 30, 35, just really focus on getting the range of motion here before you just add a bunch of weight, because I don't want you to get hurt. And if you are not familiar with keeping your chest parallel, your back pretty straight as you do this, then you could hurt yourself. So start with less weight and work your way up, but this is a great one, especially for those hamstrings. Now for the last exercise, I broke this into 2 different exercises so you can kind of see different variations of this, because there's a few different things that you can do. Now for the first one, what I did was a standing resistance band deadlift. Sounds like a lot, but just watch the video and watch my form. This one, because we're adding the resistance bands, it's gonna give that same effect as using kind of like a cables when you do the pull through. That resistance is really gonna pull you back, so you really wanna focus on hip thrusting forward and squeezing those glutes. Here I used a kettlebell, but for your deadlift you can use dumbbells, you can use a barbell. Get creative, use what your gym has. And last but not least, we have the kneeling resistant band hip thrust. Now this is a fantastic glute burnout, and this is really going to set that tush on fire. Now with this, the progression would be to just get bands at different resistance levels and just walk it out as far as you can. Get on those knees and hip thrust forward. You want to keep your reps pretty high on this one because there is no weight and it's just a resistance band, but this is a phenomenal end of your leg day glute workout. Alright you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any recommendations on what specific exercises you guys want to see, please comment below and let me know. I've been doing tons of different workouts in my videos, and I really want to make workout videos that you guys want to see, so please give me some ideas below so I know what you guys want to see. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like all the videos. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.